Okay, what is up, everybody? All right, here, cancel this out. I'm just closing out some tabs real quick because I was trying to open this on the wrong thing. All right, we're live. Second live video. You have to excuse me. It's about 8 o'clock. The sun's going down, and it is shining right in the office window. So I figured, hey, what's up, Max? How you doing? Figured today we would just do like maybe a little Q&A, talk about what's coming down the pipeline as far as jobs I've got going on. Max, refresh my memory. Where are you from? What part of the world are you from? I'm in Michigan up here, and it's just now starting to get warm. We had a beautiful day today. It's only like 50 degrees probably, but it's still. Okay, so you're probably about the same weather-wise that we're having, right? Wife and I, we were just in Chattanooga, Tennessee area for a wedding over the weekend, and it was really nice there. Really nice. But yeah. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was checking the weather. Yeah, it was like high 40s as far as weather goes today, which is pretty good for around here at this time of year, I feel like. Yeah, I'd say when we were in Chattanooga, it was about like 85 degrees or so, but that's a little farther south and inland, which I don't really know if that makes a big difference temperature-wise. I know south does, but temperature-wise. What do you do? What kind of work you been up to, Max? Who else we got watching this here? I don't know if it'll tell me that. I don't really know that much about. Oh, that's not my deal. Okay. So anyways, as I was saying, the weather's getting nicer, which is good because that means jobs are going to start picking up. As far as stuff coming down, let's see, what do we got? We've got an aluminum trailer out there we're fixing. The guy just bought, it's a snowmobile trailer, so it's not really big. The guy had bought it super cheap. Oh, sweet, William. Yeah, that's cool. Wisconsin, hey, you probably have very similar weather to us. Do you guys get lake effect snow over there? I mean, you got to, right? Because we get it. Because I'm like just north of Muskegon, so you're a little farther north than me, probably, Jack. But yeah, I would assume your weather's about the same. But yeah, that's cool, William. What kind of work you guys been doing on the sides? 70 and windy here in Wyoming. Gosh, I love Wyoming. Wyoming, Montana are super cool. I'm envious. Love mountains. Of course, the Great Lakes are cool. If you've never got to see the Great Lakes, that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'd trade the Great Lakes for the mountains. I really, really don't. This is a welding channel, so not a. I don't even geography. I don't know what kind of work's everyone been doing. We've got an aluminum trailer out there. It was kind of funny. He thought it was just broken one spot, and it was like broken 6 spots and missing a good section of its tongue. Metal art, mobile welding, whatever brings me work. I hear that. What you having a lot of CNC plasma? I'm assuming like metal art. That's probably on like a table. You having a lot of luck with that? What's your big draw over there in Wyoming? So we got that aluminum trailer. I'm going to try and have that done and out of here this week. The other thing we have is it's kind of a cool little thing she does. I shouldn't say it's little, like, because I think she's pretty deep involved in it, is mounted archery. So archery on horseback. Um, I do a lot of trailer repairs myself, Max. They are, as far as gross revenue, they don't make up a lot. Yeah, sign making's big. I've been wanting to get into that. We're kind of I was gonna go like, whole hog and like buy tons of equipment this year to try and get into that stuff, but we're busy now as it is. And it's just me. So I'd like to, if I have a CNC table by the end of the year, that'd be cool. And I'd like either pipe bender or pipe roller. We're really starting to get into handrails and stuff. So I don't know. Really, I probably need a roller and a bender, but I don't know which one should come first. I'm kind of thinking the bender, but you guys who do it a little bit more than me might have a better idea. But yeah, so anyways, I got this target for this lady that I got to finish. Three targets. Mounted archery. So she gets a bow and arrow, gets on top of a horse, rides through this course, and shoots the arrows at target. It's pretty cool. And being a horse fan and a fan myself, that's pretty sweet. So I'm definitely looking forward. I made her like 4 targets last year, but then she got a different place and she's doing a new course, so she needs more of them. So I got to get that one done. Yeah, I'm kind of got this. That's cool. That's cool. What kind of farming are you primarily doing? Are you crop farming, dairy farming, just like hobby farming? Actually, it was funny. So my wife and I, we just bought a lawnmower, and bought local through a small ag dealer, and they sell trailers. And they were telling me that they are having an extremely hard time getting trailers in to sell. But it's not a huge place. They sell like 100 trailers a year. Commercial dairy goats, really? Like, okay, we're about to lose everyone's interest probably, but are you doing like Nubians, Alpines? What are you? What kind of goats? You guys stick around. You'll figure out I have a lot of weird information stuck up in this head. Commercial dairy goats. That's interesting. Over in Wisconsin, I guess, like they making a lot of cheese over there. I'm just assuming. But where's my train of thought? Livestock trailer parents are a big business here. Big and yeah, livestock would be. We don't have a lot of mainland mixed alpines. That's cool. We don't have tons of. We have mostly dairy operations. We don't have a ton of. Well, it's not true. We don't have a ton of big beef operations, but we have a lot of dairy operations around here. But they're big operations. Like in my area, I probably drive across for average work. I'm probably going like 80 miles radius, and I can really only think of 6 or so big dairy farm operations. And a lot of them guys just either their son or something took welding courses, so I don't really do a ton of work for them. Little stuff here and there, but boating repairs. So with us being on the Great Lakes, actually, there's 3 avenues I really want to push this year, and that's what I was trying to get back to. Okay, so let me cycle back. So my wife and I just bought a lawnmower, and the salesman was telling me they're having a lot of hard issues getting trailers and stuff in. And long story short, loading up lawnmower. He sees I'm picking it up with a trailer, hauling it with my welding truck, and he sees my truck and he starts asking me what I'm doing and all that kind of stuff. And he said I'd have to talk to the boss about it, but because I'm only like 10 miles from him, they said that their trucking fees have pretty much ate all of their profits as far as their trailers go. And if they're even able to get up there get up their trucking, get their trucks up there to get them. So who knows? I might quote them for building some trailers and selling them out there, heavy equipment trailers, and I don't maybe even landscape trailers too. But so that's one avenue I really wasn't looking to get into. I have thought about building trailer jigs and trying to make 5 or 6 trailers a week and just doing it that way, because I'm opening a can of worms here probably, but a lot of people say you can't make money on trailers. I'd say you probably could, but you have to make more than one at a time, if that makes sense. And I think if you look at the most saturated market, that's got to be the landscape trailers. So I'm kind of thinking the more equipment trailers would probably be the more money makers, but we'll see. The second avenue I really wanted to push this year was handrails. So I don't know if you'd call it a company I found. It's actually a guy I used to work with back before I became a welder. He just flipped houses, and I did some construction classes in school. So after school, I went and worked with him. And he'll flip houses, and then he'll also paint for people. Well, he's on with this big crew now who's doing like a lot of flips. I mean, I think the crew he does. Yeah, that's another thing I'll have to look up is the liability with trailers. I don't know. It's got to make sense, and I got to move enough volume. You got to do the math on it. But yeah, equipment trailer prices are insane. I'm building a 20-footer for my own personal use right now, and I don't even have it done. And I had a guy stop by the other day, and he was like telling me I could probably get like $6 to $7 grand for it, and I thought that was ridiculous. But anyways, to back up. So anyways, this guy calls me last winter because I don't have much work in the winter because I'm primarily mobile. So I'll still weld through the winter, and I'm always welding week in, week out. I'm welding something, but he has just a tremendous amount of work. So I would just go in there and just do like general labor, plumbing. We might replace windows, doors, do trim, paint, whatever. So we did that on 4 or 5 houses. And now all those houses, we've pretty much got them done this winter. So now they're all finishing touches. So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I got to send all the quotes out tomorrow, but I'm assuming I'm going to get them, knock on wood. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm thinking I'm getting a bunch of handrail jobs I got to go do. And then the third thing I wanted to get was a CNC plasma table and do some signs and other stuff like that. But so I don't know. There's a lot like the trailer thing. I'm not. If it makes sense, I'll do it, but it's got to make sense for me to take the risk. And if it doesn't, we won't do it then. But it's just the name of the game. And the other avenue is being so close here to the Great Lakes, pontoon boats and stuff. I can get a lot of boat repairs. Probably not. Who was it who said he did lots of dump trailer repairs? That's what Mac does. Oh, I'm getting all you guys confused. Yeah, Max, you do a lot of boat repairs. How big are those boats if you're still tuning in? Because, well, I'll get a lot of pontoon boats working on the aluminum pontoons, which is good. I do enjoy that work too. So, guys, I'm just going to drop this here. If you guys want a free sticker, I have literally a ton of them. On my normal videos, it's just got to be my favorite comment, and then I'll announce it in the next video who it is, who that winner is. All right. But we're getting a lot new viewers on the channel, which is good. I think that's why I was going to looking up stats. We are at, as of this moment, 679 subscribers, which is pretty darn good. On our analysis, we're up. Everything is up across the board, which is another good thing. We're getting over like 100 views a day, which is good. That's good. My goal is to be monetized this year, so I think we're gonna hit that. I think we're gonna hit that just fine. Yeah, well, Jack, be one of my favorite comments, and you can get a free sticker. Or just shoot me. What I have people do is when they're my favorite comment on there. It's a long day. I'm losing train of thought fast. When you're my favorite comment, I have you just send I'll tell you when I announce it. I'll tell you a way to contact me. A lot of the times it's messaging me on Facebook because I don't get on Facebook often. Like I hardly ever use it. But I will get on there and find who is who. So Max, William, Jack, any of you guys, if you want a sticker, like just find my personal page on Facebook, send me a message of a good mailing address for you. And for attending my live, I will send one of these bad boys out to you because I have a ton of them. And if there's anyone new who's on here watching, it doesn't have to be just one of them guys. Tell you what, anyone who up to like, it's not too crazy, up to like 20 people, anyone who watches this live and wants a free sticker, just get on Facebook and message me a good mailing address for you. I'm only going to do it for the first 20 people who message me. I'll send you guys a free sticker. But yeah, we'll do that because I think I got 50 of them here. Yeah, I think I got 50 of them. They're nice. They're like this matte finish thing. But so anyways, let's hear for some others. What kind of work is everyone doing? We've been, let's see, what else has been going on? We've got chickens. Our chickens just went out into the coop. I don't know. Maybe we'll do videos on that. As I was talking with, I think, yeah, Jack, I grew up on a farm, so we might do like some homesteading videos here and again. I might even do a review video of my lawnmower just because it's an exciting thing in my life because it's new and somewhat shiny, and it's the first new one I've ever bought, so it's it's kind of nice. It's the I think we got a Cub Cadet Z something ZT1 54-inch deck, which is good because we have like 5 acres here we like to keep mowing. But anyways, back to the topic of welding. So I don't know how much equipment I'll buy this year. It depends. The biggest struggle I'm having right now is just like which avenue to take. Like, do we want to look into running production jobs, doing CNC work, or do I want to just go like full tilt into doing handrails? The reason I wanted to push handrails this year is because there's a big market for it. There's not a super large profit margin in it. Like, it's kind of a saturated market. There's a lot of people doing it. But I wanted to go in that route. Yeah, Jeremy, I'll touch on that in just a second. I'll have some questions for you, so do watch. Let me finish this thought, and then we're gonna, because that's what everybody wants to know. But I want to get kind of some steady work, because those can lead to another things, which is a good thought for Jeremy here. B is if I wanted to hire someone, or I don't know if I want to hire someone or outsource. I don't really know what I want to do, but if I was going to hire someone to run my truck, that would be one thing I would feel comfortable sending someone out to do is handrails instead of like a big excavator repair or something where maybe someone could get hurt. Just kind of filler like that. But okay, so Jeremy, I believe I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If I'm not, I apologize. The first thing, tell me what kind of market you're in, because when you first off, you're an LLC. You know, you've started a business, which is great. I had a hard time gaining clients. A lot of people do. So first thing is you got to identify what your market is. So like what kind of area do you live in? Do you live in the city? Is there a lot of manufacturing where you are? Do you live in the country? Is there a lot of farming, a lot of logging? We have a lot of logging here. I do a lot of work for loggers. Let's start there. What kind of market are you in? Are you by water? Could you go work on a lot of boats? Are you by like one of those, what's the word I'm looking for? Breweries and stuff where you could get stainless steel work, or schools, hospitals, stuff like that. What's your skill level? And so I identify them two things for me, Jeremy, and then we'll kind of talk about how you advertise, if you advertise, and maybe how to find some clients. That's a great topic. We could chat about that all night. And if at any point anyone else watching this wants to help Jeremy out, or anyone else, I hit that comment section. I'm gonna, and what kind do you want to do? How far do you want to travel? Do you want to travel anywhere in your state? Do you want to travel anywhere in the country? Do you even want to do mobile? Do you want to do from your garage? All that kind of stuff. But so while we're waiting for Jeremy, so like I said, we've got a lot of handrail jobs coming, which is cool, and I want to push that even farther. Okay, so what's in your smaller town? Are you surrounded by a bunch of farmers? Do you have a local paper you can run an ad in? Facebook is always a good pipe class. Nice. Facebook is always a good place to advertise for your business. You can create a page, get a following. The big thing is have a lot of avenues to which revenue comes in. So like I build and sell stuff on Marketplace, handrails. You can go to like dealerships, like trailer dealerships, or really anything. Do you have a lot of guys with side-by-sides running up and down trails? Yeah, that's great advice, William. Yeah, and he's really true. It's really about word of mouth. You got to just get your name out there. Okay, heavy equipment's good. Just go talk to people. You can try to cold call people. I find it's better just to, if you took a day and a stack of business cards, just went around in your truck handing out business cards to fab shops, machine shops, heavy equipment operators. And if you don't want to go talk directly to them, go to places who sell heavy equipment or repair heavy equipment, but they only do shop work. Because a lot of them guys have mechanics, but they don't necessarily have welders. Sometimes their mechanics will double as welders. A lot of times something comes in and the mechanic maybe doesn't want to tackle it, or he's tackled it a couple times and it keeps breaking, and they'll want to outsource it to someone such as yourself. We're up here in the, I don't know what part of the country you're in, William, but we're up here where it's cold. So we have wood boiler not manufacturers, dealers around here. And I'm the repair guy for all of those. So if one of the fireboxes busts a leak in it, I'll just go drain it out, patch over it, pressure check it, and ship it back out, or give it right back out to them. If you have guys with like side-by-sides and stuff, there's a bunch of trails and stuff you're rolling around in. Build like trailer ramps, ATV bumpers, whatever you can get a hand on. If you have a buddy who has one and you can custom build a cool grill or something for it, snap all your dimensions off of it, make a print, and then production sell them. That's a good trick too. I'm going to read some of your comments here. Rock quarries. Yeah, definitely. If you've got an area that has a lot of rock in it, I bet you probably have a pretty good market in heavy equipment repair. And the fun thing about heavy equipment repair is it's not, in what I've seen, it's not a super saturated market of people who are fixing them, because it isn't like a handrail where most people who can MIG weld and do some geometry and some basic math can do handrails, whereas heavy equipment, you got to kind of understand the function of the equipment. You got to be a pretty good stick welder, and you got to know a little bit of metals. So I think you got probably a good market right there. It's my biggest problem. I'm kind of a shy person, to be honest. It was my biggest problem too, getting my name out there. You got to just do it. You got to market yourself. The one reason I say is it's good to stay current in your community. So run a Facebook ad. If you have a local paper and the price isn't ridiculous, run an ad in there too, because a lot of the like full-timer guys, they'll still look at the paper, and it's just something that gets, thousands or tens of thousands of eyes on it, depending on where you're at. Small time town, so probably thousands of people who look at that thing week in and week out, and maybe they don't need one, but maybe someone they know needs one, or maybe they're reading their paper on Sunday morning and they're a heavy equipment operator or something, and they need work, and they go give your name to the boss, and so on and so forth. When you get started, getting the word out is probably the hardest part, especially if you have limited funds. But it's just the name of the game. If you have anywhere in your town that has a public billboard, like your grocery store, your tractor supply, your farm equipment, any of those places, go put 2 or 3 business cards up, get your name out. As I used to say, the second you start a business, anyone who has anything involving metal should know your name. So like I had I remember when I first started welding, one of my first jobs was building display racks for a clothing company, printing, or I never in a million years thought I'd get work for them, but they ended up for the first like 6-7 months giving me a decent amount of work. So it's just take a day, take a stack of business cards, go out, take 100 business cards, 50 business cards, whatever you feel is achievable for you that day. Figure out how big a radius you want to go in, fill that tank up with some expensive fuel, and just start driving around. Have your truck clean, have your welder and everything out there so it's obvious what you do. Don't wear clean clothes. Don't wear dirty, holy stuff that's been caught on fire. A hat, whatever. Make yourself presentable. Make yourself look like you're someone worth doing business with, and just go start talking to people. You never know. That's the fun thing about welding, is there's so many avenues on it. Another thing is go to your local automotive repair places. Some of them might want you to, most of them will do like exhaust work themselves. But if you have a TIG welder and you can do like cast iron and aluminum, they will have work for you. Yeah, it is nerve-wracking to go and talk to people. I talked to this old when I first started. I talked to this old timer, and I asked him. I says, how do you find work?" And he says, you just go talk to people. It's simple as that." And he did mainly farm repair in my area, which I like farming, so that's kind of when I started. That's kind of the market I wanted to be in. I wonder I wonder myself about pipe fencing. But anyways, it was a big market I wanted to get into, and he told me, yeah, you just gotta go talk to people. And I'm not gonna lie, I did what I just told you. I think I took 20 business cards, full tank of gas. Any big farm I saw, I stopped and started handing out business cards. And I did it at the worst possible time because it was like right at the brink of harvest where they're working around the clock and tired and they didn't want to talk and I felt like I was wasting their time. So that's why I've had more success going to places like farm repair shops and stuff. Because odds are if they are getting their stuff worked on or they need repair, they're going there and make a relationship with them. Another good idea if you're going into a lot of small places and you have the funds to do it, like say you go into a ag dealership that has 10 employees, bring them a dozen donuts. Say, hey, my name's Jeremy. I just started the most amazing welding LLC ever. And I just wanted to we're a new business in the area. I wanted to drop off some donuts, tell you about what I can do, and maybe get some business from you in the future. You never know. The other thing is with welding, not everyone's going to need it all the time. So you might drop a business card off to them in January, and they might call you in June. You never know. They might have a bunch of work for you in June. You never know when their slow time is, when their busy time is. So you just gotta. Are you doing this full time or are you part time? Do you have a 9 to 5 still, or is this your full time gig? But yeah, William, I do want to get into pipe fence. I've done a couple of them now. I do enjoy it. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and assume you watch Austin Ross on YouTube because he's the big fence pipe guy. He used to be a pipeliner. Now does a lot of piped fencing words. I always wondered with that. I was talking to one of the other welders in the area, and he said that from what I understand, in Oklahoma and surrounding states, more pipelines are out there, whereas up here in Michigan, we don't have many pipelines. And pipe up here is super expensive. Like, I don't want to say ridiculous expensive, because maybe I'm just naive and I don't know. But what, William, refresh my memory. What part of the country are you in? But yeah, I don't know if there's a big market for that up here. I would like there to be because I love welding pipe. I don't know if I like welding pipe like pipeline fencing, but I like Wyoming. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look into it in my market, pipe fencing, because I would like to do it. I've loved the jobs I've got. Something about saddling pipe with a torch and then fitting it and welding it out. I could probably do that every day. Yeah, so you've got a family that does pipe fencing. Okay. Are you my only guy from Wyoming? Or am I crazy? So Ethan, pipe class is just is this like your first time welding pipe class, or are you been welding for a while and now you're just kind of mastering pipe? Yeah. Sorry, William. I can't believe I forgot in like 10 minutes that you were from Wyoming. Yeah, just to announce, because we've got a few other people watching. First 20 people, if you want a free Anson's welding sticker, just message me on Facebook. And yeah, that's true too. I never even thought about going and talking to them. College, 19, almost 20. Those were the days. Is it a 2-year course? You can have your 6G cert when you're done, Ethan? Where are you going? Have you got work lined up, or you're just kind of still looking but chomping at the bit? Also, what kind of are you doing? Stick pipe, MIG pipe, TIG pipe, sanitary? What kind of pipe you learning? But good for you, being a young man and getting out there. I don't have a Facebook. Jack, you're trouble. Stick pipe. All right. Well, Jack, we can figure it out. See, YouTube used to have a direct message thing, but then they got rid of it. So that kind of sucks. Well, all right. I'll do this. I'll put this here. There. You can message that, and I'll just delete it after this is done. So you guys can bug me on there if you want. All right, let me college. Yep, I gotta read. Stick. Okay, yeah. What is it all open root? Are you running like a 60 series rod, or is it all 7018? Part-time at the moment. Still working a day job. I'm certified pipe through the steam fitters local. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty legit. That's a good thing too. Do the people you work with, maybe not your direct employee, but your coworkers, know that you're doing your side thing? Because I tell you what, that was one of my best things when I started working on the side. I had a coworker who worked at a farm part-time, and he was calling me all the time saying, "Hey, this broke, and I want to get it fixed, but I don't want to work 100 hours a week." And I would find work that way. It's networking. You got to network yourself. Yeah, my vision of the business, I mean, I am full-time. Like I said, I have the one group of guys I'll go do like general contracting work for. I guess I still consider myself full-time because it all goes through my Anson's welding. So 60-10 root, fill and cap, 75 degrees, and included angles. Nice, yeah. That will take you far. I didn't go that far in schooling. I went as far as like I got structural certifications, and then I just hit the road and started welding. And that's been pretty good for me. I'm curious with you pipeline welders, because Jeremy's one too. How often do you guys show a welding cert? Because I've only had to show it like one time. Granted, there's not a lot of big people I'm doing work for, but they all just want to do a welding test. Ethan, you're in Lansing. I went to welding school in Owasso, which is just north of you, if I remember. Yeah, Jeremy, you can save it. No problem. Yeah. Any of you guys, you can save that number. I don't, if you start like just annoying me with like stupid things, I'll ignore you. But if you have questions throughout time or whatever, yeah, hit me up. I don't care. I'm pretty free most of the time. Best way is text message, and just text me who you are. Because I have a lot of guys who do that. We've been doing YouTube for like, I think over a year now. Well, we've had the channel for a long time, but it's my work cell. So it's the one that I have on me when I'm working. So most of the time, I don't hear my phone ring. So if you have a question, just text it to me, because that's the best way. I don't want to be answering the phone like every 5 minutes. But yeah, text me, and then at my earliest convenience, I'll shoot you a message back. No issue to me. I have a lot of guys who message me on this or on Facebook. So I was gonna go somewhere with this. Oh yeah, Ethan. Yeah, I went to school up in Owasso. School in the fall. Cool. So are you gonna? Oh, yeah. Are you going to work for someone, or you don't know yet? You're just gonna. Are you gonna try and jump right into being self-employed? Do you want to be self-employed, or are you gonna go work for somebody? Yeah, that's a good point too. I guess with the union hall, yeah, that's a little different. I've never been a part of union. Do you like being a part of the union? Really? Where are they, out of Lansing as well? I've never heard of them. What kind of work do they do there, Ethan? But yeah, I tried getting into when I can't even remember if I was done with the welding school up in Owasso, which is north of Lansing, where Ethan's out of. But down in Jackson, what kind of fab do they do there? Down in Jackson, there was a union hall there, pipe fitters union I tried getting into. I remember going in there and testing, but I don't remember why I didn't get in, or maybe I didn't take it. I can't remember. That was years ago. Um, I told my wife we have like a number in mind that if I'm not making that much revenue in my first 5 years, which I don't think is going to be an issue, but if I'm not making that, I'm just going to go find a pipe fitters union hall and get into there. I'm going to sell out. Like I said, I don't think it will be an issue, but um, yeah. This is a good conversation. I like doing these lives because I get like directly involved with you guys, and it is good. Snowplows, tractors, semi trailers for random stuff people bring in. Okay, so they're kind of like a job shop. That makes sense. Snowplows, yeah, that's another good one. And work for your county too. Not every county will have someone who does welding for them hired in. So, but your county they use a lot of stuff: plows, dump trucks, grading equipment, all that kind of thing. So that's a good avenue right there, Jeremy, to go check into. And those people have connections with other people, so not a bad idea. uh, Ethan, 19-year-old, gonna be a pipe welder. Banish, I'll have to check him out. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I have like this weird thing because I didn't work for that many people that long. I've had 2 welding jobs that weren't for myself. One, I just sat at the end of a assembly line and repaired parts, and the other I made bulletproof barriers. Which Ethan, do you know where Fowlerville is? Anyways, those are my only 2 jobs. Didn't have to pull any certs for either of those jobs, and I worked both of them while I was starting up my own thing. Then I went right into my own thing, so I'm kind of in the dark on like how some of that stuff works. Because yeah, if I have it, I don't. It's filed somewhere, my certs, but I told myself I was going to teach myself 6G, but no one asked for the certs. So yeah, it's just ECU. That's where I used to live, where we've moved now. But yeah, like I said, I like pipes, and we have a lot of manufacturing down in Muskegon. And I know a lot of guys. There's a couple that do like airplanes and military grade kind of stuff. Anyways, yeah, that's a big job down there. And actually, every time I had a friend who used to work there, and his uncle is the plant manager. And every single time they're hiring millwrights or welders or anything, he calls me and wants to know if I'm ready to come work for him yet. But I'm not. So, yeah, nice hanging out with you, Jack. You have a good rest of your evening. Remember, guys, if you want a sticker, send me a message. We're going to go about 15 more minutes. I want to keep this to like an hour long. So what else is coming down? I had talked with some subscribers and some other welders I know about doing like a podcast type deal. Basically what it was I want to get on with some of you guys who, you're in all kind of walks, and just do it over Zoom and just kind of do like how you got started, how you got into welding, interview type thing, and just kind of make it like a podcast. We'd post to the channel and probably post it on other networks too. So I think it's going to happen. I'm kind of in the works with it right now. But you guys will have to let me know if you think that would be beneficial. Because I've noticed like the most reoccurring questions and everything we get on this channel are guys who are trying to start their own thing and whatnot. So I think that would be a good way to help you, because I'm only going to be able to tell you so much, especially fairly just starting out myself. I'm 2 years into it by now, but talk with some guys who've been doing it longer and all that kind of thing. And it's more chances for my channel to grow, which is the overall goal. But it's cool. It's cool hearing you guys from all different walks of life. Yeah, some of you, like Ethan, you're from Lansing. I have one subscriber who, in our last live, he didn't know it. I live 10 miles away from him. That's kind of weird. He's literally the next town over. Because I usually ask where everybody's from, and he was just like, oh, I'm from blah, 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 Michigan. And I was like, really? And I was like, we're like 15 miles away from each other. And he told me, he's like, all right, that makes sense, because I've watched some of your videos, and when you're driving, you'll pass a store, and I'll be like, I swear I know what that store is. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, Ethan, I used to live in Fowlerville. I used to work for a company called Total Security Solutions. They're the ones that made bulletproof barriers for banks and stuff. It was a interesting line of work. I remember like when I started, I thought like, man, like I'm going to have to like bulletproof welds. I'm going to have to be really on it all the time. And I don't want to say they would cut some corners, but they'd be like, they'll hold. It's good enough. Odds are it's not going to get shot anyways. But it was kind of a cool job. We would use this like heavy 1/2-inch armor plate steel. I think like AR 500 plate or something like that. And we would line it in counters, and then we would like wrap it all in stainless steel. So it was cool. So I would get to do like some heavy 1/2-inch wall welding, and then wrap it all in 18 gauge stainless and TIG weld out all the stainless and buff it and all that stuff and finish it. So it was kind of a cool job. They did tons of stuff there: CNCs, mills, Bridgeports, lathes, water jet. So that's where I got to really learn a lot, because me and the other guy I was talking about, when we would go on lunch, we would just sit in the fab shop and we would just like take jobs in and out of the door, go-karts, golf carts, cross members, really whatever we could like whip out quick in an hour. And it was always fun. And they were really cool about it, just letting us use, whatever equipment we needed to on our 1 hour lunch or whatever. It was in Fowlerville. And I think they're still in Fowlerville. It's a small company. It's not like super big or anything, but the pay was okay, but it was like it was more so I got to learn, because I knew, like, you go to welding school, you learn how to weld, but if you want to fabricate, then you still need to learn how to use mills, lathes, Bridport, CNC tables, all that kind of stuff. And they had it all there, and they were willing to teach me. So that's kind of why I went and worked for them. Probably should have worked for them longer, but we were kind of running out of time. Yeah, Chucky 2009. He is back. Actually, he's my first channel I ever subscribed to. In fact, Ethan, this is kind of funny. So the school I went up to in Owasso, the first day we watched a welding video on YouTube, welding tricks and tips video. And I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, I bet this guy makes a lot of money just making YouTube videos. And then I went home that night and I found Chucky, and it's been a wrap ever since. Generally, if Chucky posts a video, I like it. When I got on, he was doing his V8 tractor build. So it was a really fun time to be watching him. But yeah, he is a character, and we have a lot of the same interest as far as like welding and farming and all that kind of stuff. So it is pretty cool to watch. You're 80 miles south of St. Louis. So how far do you want to travel, or how far do any of you guys travel for your mobile welding stuff? Personally, we're insured for anywhere in Michigan. I've never looked into, we're not like super close to the Ohio border or the Indiana border. So I've never really worried about, and then like to the north of me is Canada. So I've never really worried about doing out-of-state welding. I've never had the need to. Do you guys watch Noah's Welding on YouTube? Because I think he goes out of state. I've never really felt the need to. I mean, maybe if I was doing like more custom work, I would. I have been asked by a couple of the bigger heavy equipment companies that if I would like go out and repair their stuff if they were out of state doing a job. But I mean, that's pretty much it. I typically don't advertise or try to put my name out there for anything more than like 100 miles. But yeah, 100 miles, Will. Yeah, that's about the most I go. Hey, thanks, Jeremy. Nice talking to you. But yeah, 100 miles, that's about as far as I'll go. I've done gate installs that were more like 200 miles, I think. But that's like, you're not going to get that done in a day because I had to like level the ground and do all that kind of stuff. So I think that was a two-day thing, which was good. They had like put me up in a cabin and all that kind of stuff. So it was nice. Long work days, but that's not bad. I do find it interesting because you just kind of gotta, when you're going 100 miles, 200 miles away, man, you better hope you didn't forget an expensive tool at home, because it's a lot of money to have to buy a second one, a lot of money to have to buy for to turn around. But all right, Ethan, good luck in the rest of your school. Let me know when you get done. You're in Michigan, so who knows? I get a big job, I might contact you for some work sometime. But yeah, guys, it's yeah, it's been pretty good year so far. Can't really complain too much. We're gonna wrap this up pretty quick. We got about 6 minutes, so if there's any last minute questions you guys want me to address, let me know in the next minute or so. Until then, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a pretty good year. Weather's nice. Hope it's gonna be a good year. Channel's growing. Things are pretty good. I can't complain too much. Okay. We'll see you next time, Will. Who is it's getting dark. Who else we got? I think we still got a couple people watching, right? I like doing the live streams. We should do at least do one live stream a month just to kind of get in touch with everybody and see how everyone's doing. I think that would be a good goal. Wasn't a video last week because of my wife and I we were rushing to get down to Tennessee. So there will be a video next week, and I'm sure the following next couple of weeks. So, okay. Anyways, guys, I think everyone else is pretty much signing out. So I'm gonna call that a night, a success. Good live. Thanks for everybody for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.